Good morning, fourth graders. I just wanted to do a quick video to show you how you are going to complete your reading test today. So as a reminder, this is your beginning of the year test for reading. So when you are working on this, we don't want you to get any help from your grown-ups because we want to know what you already know and the things that maybe we need to spend a little bit of extra time on. So remember, we haven't been in school for a while. This reading test will show us what did you remember from third grade, maybe what are some things that you forgot over our super long summer, and exactly where we should start with reading instruction. So I know you've taken a million reading tests, but this is going to be different since we are doing it online. So what I have up here is the slideshow that you will be completing today on my screen. So you will notice that you have this website here to take you to a reading test. It's actually in what's called a Google form. So not sure if any of you have used Google Forms before, but if you haven't, or even if you have, I'm going to go through this with you really quickly. So the most important thing to remember is once you start this, you need to finish it. So we don't want you to start it in the morning and then come back in the afternoon and finish it, because as soon as you click the X on this, now you've got to start again. So we want you to click Forms, and you should see a purple form that shows up. Anything with these little red stars means that it is required. You have to enter that. So instead of typing your name, we are typing your email address, which also has your name in it. So typing your email address, it is super important that you pick who your teacher is here. This will help sort the test to make sure that your teacher gets the test that you have taken. Now, this is the beginning of the year test, and remember, it is long, yes, which is why we don't have as much stuff on the schedule for today, because we want you to do your absolute best on this test. So you will see it looks very familiar. You'll see the picture, some passages through here. So this passage here, it'll tell you goes with questions 1 through 10. Some good test taking strategies. If you get to number 2 and you completely forget what the passage is about, should we just guess or should we go back into the passage? Go back into the passage. So you can scroll back up, reread parts, see what you forgot, and then come back down and answer your questions. In order to select an answer, you just touch inside the bubble. You do not need to hit submit on every question. You just keep going through here, picking your answers. Go to the next section here. There's another passage with some questions, and then I'll scroll down to the very end here. You'll click next. When you get to question 20, you'll see there's a short answer question here. This is super, super important that you use capital letters ending punctuation. So short answer question, this should fill that box on a paper that's about this big. So you should have several sentences here. I would say at least 5 to 10. So if you don't have 5 to 10 sentences here, let's add a little bit more detail. Okay, you will notice I can't go any further because I did not enter all of this information. So I just need to go back, enter in the information, and keep going. So go back. Yep. All right. Next. Okay, it's going to make me answer every one of these questions. So that's going to take way too long for me to demonstrate. So what I want to show you is that you can keep going through here. On number 11, you'll notice this one looks a little bit different. That's because you need to click 2 things on here for your answer. So make sure you're reading these directions. These forms will not let you move on, as you can see, unless you answer every single question. So I'm just going to put some typing in there so we can move on. Oop, I missed number 7. of course, you would be putting forth way more effort than Miss Evans is here. So we've got another passage here. Keep going through. And then you're just going to keep clicking next through all of this. At the very end, when you are finished, you will see that there's a submit button. Once you get to that submit button, then I will be back with another video to show you what that looks like, because I don't want you to have to watch me do this whole test. So I'll be right back with another video on how to submit.